Very good morning, dear students. So, previous class, I hope that you understood the cash flow statements. So, you identify the different activities, correct? Investing activities, financing activities, operating activities. Okay. So, this video, we are going to discuss how to do cash flow from operating activities. Okay. So, here there are two formats for operating activities are available. So, there are one is a direct method and indirect method. The direct method reports all cash receipts and cash payments from operating activities. The indirect method reconciles from net income to net cash provided by operating activities. Okay. So the two methods have no effect on investing or financial activities. Okay. So the method only here only we have to discuss indirect method. Okay. So what is the format for cash flow statements? Again I tell once again. So indirect is nothing but reconciles from net income to cash provided by operating activities. Then direct method reports all cash receipts and all cash payments. Okay, from operating activities. So naturally the confusion will come, which is better method, cash flow method or cash flow indirect, cash flow direct method or cash flow indirect method. But mostly as per the information preparing the statement of cash flow, mostly the usage of method is, see here the graph is given. It's indirect and direct methods. Companies favor the indirect method for two reasons. Okay, it is easier and less costly to prepare, and it focuses on the difference between net income and net cash flow from operating activities. Okay, that's the idea here. See, the mostly 98.8% they are favoring choosing for indirect method. Only 1.2% direct method. Okay, now we're going to discuss the how we are going to discuss indirect method for cash flow from operating activities. So there are totally calculating cash flow from operating activities for indirect method. So we have to follow totally 5 steps. Okay. Step number 1, determine net profit before tax and extraordinary items. That is very, very important. Okay. Then step 2, determine operating profit before working capital changes. Then step 3, calculate cash generated from operations, nothing but operating activities. Then step 4, calculate cash flow from operating activities before extraordinary items. Then finally step 5, calculate cash flow from or used in operating activities. That's it, totally 5 steps. Okay, now we are going to discuss every step accordingly. Okay, then step 1, determine net profit before tax and extraordinary items. Okay, for that, first of all, this is the format of cash flow statement up to the operating profit before working capital changes. Okay, see here, the cash flow from operating activities, we have to add net profit as per profit and loss account or difference between closing balance and opening balance of profit and loss account. Okay, so accordingly you can identify net profit. Then we want to add and list. What are the items to be added? Like transfer to reserve, proposed dividend for current year, interim dividend for made during the year, then provisions for tax made during the current year, then extraordinary item if any debited to the profit and loss account, then less again extraordinary item if any credited to the profit and loss account, then refund of tax credited to profit and loss account. Okay, then you will have understood net profit before taxation and extraordinary items. Okay, thereafter we want to again do adjustments for non-cash and non-operating items. Here, what is the meaning of non-cash items and non-operating items? You will understood later. Okay. So again, we want to add what are the non-cash add items to be added, like depreciation, preliminary expenses, discount on issue of shares and debentures. Okay. Then written off, goodwill, patents, trademarks amortized, interest on borrowings and debentures, loss on sale of fixed assets. Then again less. What are the items to be deducted as a non-cash? Then non-operating. Okay, interest income, dividend income, rental income, profit on sale of fixed assets. What is non-cash means? Not through the business, correct? So whatever the cash you received or whatever the cash you paid, not because of the business. That's what we will going to learn. So finally, operating profit before working capital changes. Okay, A plus B plus C. This is what the format. Okay. So after this, we want to know why we discussed now some add and less. Here we want to know the reasons for adding or deducting items. First, it's a very important thing, dividend paid. Okay. Here we know there are two type of dividend. First one is interim dividend. Okay. It is declared, approved by the board and paid within 7 days of it being declared. Okay. It is added to the determine net profit before tax and extraordinary items because it is an item of finance activity. Okay. And payment thereof is shown as outflow of cash under finance activity. A treatment of internal dividend to calculate cash flow from operating activities as follows. So again here we want to add our dividend paid, add to the current year's profit. Okay, the reason for adding. Then show as cash issued in finance activities. Two way, here also you want to add, then finance activity also you shown as outflow. Okay, two places, one in operating activity, other in finance activity. Okay, that's what your dividend paid. Then go for the another dividend, proposed or final dividend. So in the current year, proposed dividend of previous year will be declared, approved by the shareholders in their annual general meeting held after the end of the financial year. Okay. So once financial year end, they discussed to provide for the final dividend, proposed dividend. Okay. The dividend proposed by the directors for current year is shown in the notes to account as a contingent liability. Correct. So contingent liability not provided in the books of account. Okay. Just in notes to account only we are showing. So what is contingent liability? It may or may not happen. Correct. So it is accounted in the books after it is declared by the shareholders. So once after the approval by the shareholder only, we have to show it in the accounts. Okay. That's what the two type of dividend. One is interim dividend and final dividend. Okay. Then the second one, transfer to reserve. Again, transfer from surplus, balancing statement of profit and loss to other reserves is added to net profit because it is an appropriation net profit for the year. Okay. When you are going to allocate reserve, once you have money only, you are going for the reserve. Okay. There is no profit, we can't allocate the reserve. That's why here very, very important. It will shown as a appropriation of profit. Okay. Then increase in general reserve. One of the example for general reserve. Okay. As a increase in general reserve, you have to add to net profit for the year to determine net profit before tax and extraordinary items because it is appropriated out of surplus. Okay, that is the idea. Then the provision for tax, the third one. It is an estimate of tax liability for current year. Okay, you have idea how much you want to pay. Further, we are going to provide for tax. Okay, suddenly you can't pay tax. Correct. That's why every year you have to provide for the tax. So provision for tax like provision for expenses is added to the net profit because it is not a payment of tax. Correct. There is no outflow of cash. Okay. That's why you want to show again profit. You can't deduct from the profit. Correct. That's what you want to add the reason. Then fourth one. Taxes on income and refund of tax. That is very important one. As income tax paid, the top tax refund is shown as an operating activity separately. Correct. If the tax paid is related to financing or investing activity, it is shown as a financing or investing activity. Okay. Depends. The tax is paid based upon financing, you want to show in finance activity. Or investing activity, you want to show in investing activity. So for example, if a piece of land is sold, the company gains. Correct. So income tax on gain is identified with investing activity. Correct. It is coming under investing activity. And it is shown under investing activity. Similarly, a company pays dividend tax when dividend is paid the shareholders. Correct. So income tax you have to pay dividend tax. So income tax so paid is identified with the finance activity. Correct. And it is shown under the finance activity. That's why here it's very, very important. According to income tax payment coming under three activity. One is operating activity and finance activity and investing activity. According to the transaction, we want to identify. But here, in operating activities, income tax paid, you have to add. Okay. Then, the fifth one, very, very important. What is the meaning of extraordinary items, expenses? What is extraordinary items? Shown as expenses, the statement of profit and loss are added to net profit. So, but towards the end, it is directed to compute cash flow from operating activities. Correct. If it is related to operating activity. In case does not relate to operating activity, but either maybe investing or finance activity, it is related from that respective activity. That is the idea here, extraordinary items. Okay. Then, according to extraordinary items, income point of view, again, extraordinary items shown as income in the statement of profit and loss. Correct. Deducted from net profit. But towards the end, it is added to compute cash flow from operating activities. Here you want to add extraordinary items income if it is to be classified or shown as operating activity. Otherwise, in case it is related to either investing or financing activity, it is added to that activity. Okay, that's what it's according to situation you want to be to add whether operating activity or financing activity. Okay, or investing activity. Then we are going to discuss step 2. Determine operating profit before working capital changes. Here, net profit before tax and extraordinary items is adjusted for non-cash and non-operating items. Here we are going to discuss what is the meaning of non-cash. Okay, so whatever the non-cash already is debited to the our profit and loss account. Correct. As a non-cash expenses means what? Don't involve payment of cash. Correct. It is not involving payment of cash. Just you want to show in your profit and loss account. For example, depreciation, amortization of goodwill like that, and bad debts. Okay, bad debts and recovered debtors. Correct. Then provision for doubtful debts you are going to provide. Okay. So what for all these non-cash expenses, we're going to calculate for operating activities here. We want to add to net profit for non-cash. Similarly, your non-cash income. Here also, the cash incomes not in all receipt of cash. Only you have to show in your income in your profit and loss account. So writing of a liability, correct. See earlier you were writing of a liability, but we want to show as a income. Again, debts written off. Okay. So whatever your debts write off, we want to show as income. Then excess provision. Earlier we provided excess, but we return back. Okay. All these three examples of non-cash non-cash incomes here, you want to deduct it from net profit. Correct. That is the idea here. As a cash expenses, again you want to add. Earlier debited, here you want to add. Here earlier credited, you want to deduct it. Correct. You don't want to show as a income. That is the idea here. Then non-operating expenses and losses. Similarly, here what is non-operating expenses and losses, which are debited to statement of profit and loss, are not incurred on operating activities of the enterprise. Okay, that's what, not related to the business. So what are the examples? I also already discussed in our accounting ratio. Correct. Interest on long-term borrowings, discount or loss on issue of debentures written off. Then goodwill or patents or copyright amortized. Then loss on issue of debentures written off. Correct. Then loss on sale of fixed assets. So all are, you want to add it to the net profit. Okay. Similarly, our non-operating incomes and gains. Here also, so those incomes and gains that are not earned from the operating activities by the enterprise. Correct. So gain or profit on sale of fixed assets and investments. Examples of non-operating income and gains. Then interest or rent or dividend received. So all these things here are going deducted from net profit before tax and extraordinary items. Here non-operating incomes are going to deduct. Non-operating expenses are going to add. Okay. Then moving for step 3, very important thing, calculate cash generated from operating activities. Correct. So what is our operating before working capital changes? We want to adjust changes in working capital. You know already what's working capital means, nothing but current assets less current liabilities. Okay. How we are going to adjust? It's a very important thing. So decrease in current assets and increase in current liabilities, we want to add it in our inflow of cash. Nothing but inflow of cash. Similarly, opposite. See here, increase in current assets and decrease in current liabilities are deducted. Indicate our outflow of cash. That should be very, very important thing. Okay. Accordingly, you give the effect of this. What is the effect of changes in current assets and current liabilities? Here, see, increase in current assets leads to a decrease in cash and cash equivalents. Similarly, opposite, decrease in current assets leads to an increase in cash and cash equivalents. Okay, that's what increase in current liabilities lead to an increase in cash and cash equivalents. Here opposite, what is the effect? As a decrease in current assets, naturally, decrease in current liabilities leads to a decrease in cash and cash equivalents. Okay, increase in current assets, our liability, increase in current liability leads to an increase in cash equivalents. A decrease in current assets, similarly, decrease in current liabilities lead to decrease in cash and cash equivalents. That is the idea here. Okay, then keep in memory, very, very important. Okay, so net increase in working capital, current assets minus current liabilities other than cash and cash equivalents implies that more cash is invested in working capital, thus decreases the cash flow from operating activities. Then similarly, the exact opposite, net decrease in working capital other than cash and cash equivalents implies that less cash is invested in working capital, thus increases the cash flow from operating activities. Okay, then step 4, to calculate cash flow from operating activities before extraordinary items. Correct. So cash generated from operating activities, step 3 is adjusted as follows. Okay. So income tax paid, nothing but net of refund is deducted from cash generated from operations. If it is not related to investing or finance activity, that's what discussed earlier. Okay. If income tax relates to the investing or finance activity, it is not deducted from cash from operation. It is deducted from the related activity like investing or financing activity. Correct. If the amount of tax paid is not given, it can be calculated by preparing provision for tax account. Then finally, our step 5, calculate cash flow from or used in operating activities. So you want to add or deduct extraordinary items. Okay. So what is extraordinary items are added or deducted from cash flow from operating activities before extraordinary items if related to operating activity. Okay. The amount after adjustment is finally we call cash flow, or it may be inflow or outflow from operating activities.